I just saw a social media post by, of all people, the Pope, whom, by the way, I like. He's made some really good statements. But he was speaking in very general terms. He's like, well, we should try to do our best to take down borders and break down walls. I think all of this was intended in a very well-meaning way, but I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. I mean, the Vatican has a border. You can't just walk into, St. Peter's Basilica, and I don't know the Vatican has broken any walls that I'm aware of. So it's one thing if you're speaking in a spiritual or metaphorical way, but it's almost like if you take what is being said literally, it makes absolutely no sense, and no one, as you say, actually does it. I mean, which guy takes the view that anybody in my neighborhood can walk into my house and eat out of my refrigerator?
Absolutely, and with all absolutely respect to the Pope, I myself am a Christ believer, and the Bible that I read, heaven has an immigration policy, and not everybody's showing up. And so they have an immigration policy, and I think the rest of us ought to too. And you're absolutely right. The people who have a tendency to able to say that, like the Pope, nobody's breaking down the walls of the Vatican. The Vatican police are there. You're not going to get in to see the Pope. You're not going to be able to go eat out of his refrigerator. And it's just crazy.
Do you think, at the very beginning of the second Trump administration, my wife and I would talk about this and we'd be like, they have let in so many people, so many millions of people, and there's some argument about whether it's 6 million or 10 million or 12 million, but it's a big number. And it seemed almost impossible to send those people back, or at least even the majority of those people. Do you think the Trump administration will be successful if they're able to send the criminal aliens back, even though perhaps the majority of the others somehow remain?
I think that they will be more successful after the criminals. And by the way, Tom Homan and I have had conversation after conversation. His edict from the president, go after the criminal illegal aliens, because they know that number is huge of just people here that haven't violated any of the criminal laws. So let's go after the bad guys that are hurting us. And I believe that's what he's going to do. But here again, if I may go back, this is the problem with California. If he was doing it at the county jail, if he was picking up prisoners at the county jail, there would be no collateral damage, meaning the spouse, the uncle, whoever came with them that is at home would go with ICE. That happens because they have to go into the neighborhoods and go to the house, and then they have all these collaterals that they also take. So my urging to Governor Newsom today is, hey, go change your law, have your county jails cooperate with ICE, and this would stop.
Do you think that there's a way for the Trump administration to force that issue without Governor Newsom's say-so? I mean, what if Newsom says, no, I'm not going to do that? Is it possible for the Trump administration to say, hey, listen, this is a part of federal enforcement authority. We're going to make you do it, whether you want to do it or not. Does the president have that kind of authority?
I don't know, to be honest with you, but I would say that he needs to look into that and lay out what the law is. And if Governor Newsom's violating that law, he needs to be held accountable. But at the same time, again, turn off the money. Turn off the money. And California is a failed state anyway, and it's going to get worse.